Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent English with Podcast. Your host, Sophie here.
And I'm Alan. Today we're diving into a topic close to many people's hearts. Being single.
Absolutely, Alan. But before we jump in, let's remind everyone why Fluent English with Podcast is the perfect resource for improving your English.
Exactly. Here we focus on conversations and vocabulary, making it ideal for beginners like you to learn and practice English in a fun and engaging way.
That's right. Today's topic is single and fabulous. We'll explore the joys and challenges of being single, share some personal experiences, and even learn some new vocabulary along the way.
Being single often gets a bad rap, but we believe it can be an amazing time for self-discovery, independence, and personal growth.
Absolutely. We'll also hear from 3 special guests who have unique perspectives on being single.
And of course, we'll break down some key vocabulary words, explaining their meaning and using them in simple sentences for easy understanding.
Exactly. By the end of this episode, you'll learn words like independent, confident, explore, fulfilling, and commitment.
So are you ready to embrace the single life with us?
Absolutely. Let's get started.
Today we're kicking things off with our first guest, David. David, tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience with being single.
Hi, everyone. I've been single for the past 2 years, and honestly, it's been a great time. I've had the chance to be very independent, meaning I can take care of myself and explore new hobbies, like rock climbing.
That's fantastic, David. Rock climbing sounds exciting. Being independent is definitely a perk of being single.
Exactly. It's allowed me to be more confident in my own decisions.
Confidence is key. So how do you stay fulfilled as a single person?
I focus on spending time with friends and family. It's important to have a strong support system. Also, I volunteer at a local animal shelter, which is incredibly fulfilling, meaning it gives me a good feeling.
Volunteering is a wonderful way to give back to the community and meet new people.
Absolutely. Being single doesn't mean you have to be lonely.
Thanks for sharing your experience, David. Now let's listen to a short conversation between 2 friends about being single.
Hey Sarah, how are you doing?
Hey Amy, I thought you might be missing having a boyfriend.
Not at all. I'm finally getting the chance to focus on myself and my career. I feel so much more independent now.
That's awesome. Are you dating anyone?
No, not right now. I'm happy being single for a while and exploring my options.
Good for you. Maybe you'll even take up a new hobby.
That's a great idea. I've always wanted to try yoga.
Perfect. Being single can be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
That was a great conversation. We heard how Sarah is enjoying her independence and exploring new possibilities while being single.
Exactly. It's important to focus on yourself and what makes you happy.
Now we'll chat with our second guest, Emily. Emily, tell us about your experience with being single.
Hi everyone, I've been single for a while now and it's had its ups and downs. Sometimes, it can feel a bit lonely, especially when everyone around you seems to be coupled up.
That's understandable, Emily, but are there any positive aspects of being single for you?
Definitely. I've used this time to travel. I recently went on a solo trip to Europe, which was an amazing experience. It helped me become more independent and confident.
Traveling solo can be a great way to challenge yourself and discover new places.
Exactly. However, I do miss having someone to share experiences with sometimes.
That's a valid feeling. So how do you cope with those moments of loneliness?
I stay connected with friends and family. I also focus on activities I enjoy, like reading and painting. It helps me feel fulfilled.
Finding healthy ways to cope with loneliness is important. Do you think being single is a good time to find a partner, or should you focus on yourself first?
I believe it's important to be happy with yourself before entering a relationship. That way you can find someone who complements your life, not completes it.
That's a great point, Emily. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Now, let's listen to a conversation between 2 colleagues about their views on being single.
Hey Lisa, how's your weekend going?
Hi John, it's going well. Enjoying some peace and quiet at home.
Sounds nice. Are you seeing anyone these days?
No, not at the moment. I'm actually happy being single for a while.
Really? Why's that?
It allows me to focus on my career and personal goals. I feel more independent now and confident in my abilities.
That's great. Maybe you'll even take up a new hobby.
That's a good idea. I've been thinking about learning a new language.
Perfect. There are lots of language classes you could try.
Exactly. Being single can be a good time for self-improvement.
Definitely.
This conversation highlighted the idea of using your singlehood to focus on personal and professional goals.
Exactly. Being single can be a time for self-discovery and growth.
Now we'll chat with Michael, who has a different perspective on being single. Michael, tell us about your experience.
Hi everyone. I've been single for a few years now, and to be honest, I'm actively looking for a partner. While I enjoy spending time with friends and pursuing hobbies, I ultimately crave a romantic connection and the idea of sharing life with someone special.
That's a valid perspective, Michael. Do you feel any pressure to be in a relationship because others are coupled up?
Sometimes, yes, there can be a societal pressure to be in a relationship, especially at a certain age. But I'd rather find the right person than settle for someone just to avoid being single.
Absolutely. Finding the right person is important. Do you think there are any benefits to being single while searching for a partner?
Definitely. It allows me to focus on myself and become the best version of myself for a future relationship. I'm also more clear about what I'm looking for in a partner, which can be helpful when dating.
Focusing on self-improvement while being single can be a positive thing. Do you have any advice for listeners who are looking for a partner?
Be patient and don't settle. Focus on yourself and your happiness. The right person will come along when you least expect it.
Excellent advice, Michael. Thanks for sharing your experience. Now, let's listen to a conversation between a couple discussing their views on being single before entering a relationship.
Hey Sarah, what are you thinking about?
Just reflecting on my time being single. It was a great time for personal growth and figuring out what I want in life.
Absolutely. I think it's important to be happy with yourself before entering a relationship.
Agreed. That way you bring your best self to the relationship and avoid any unhealthy dependencies.
Exactly. Being single can help you become more independent and confident.
Definitely. It also gives you time to explore your interests and passions.
That's true. Maybe you even take up a new hobby that you can share with your future partner.
What a great idea. I'm glad we both had time to be single before getting together.
Me too, Sarah. Me too.
This conversation showcased the idea that being single can be a valuable time for personal growth before entering a committed relationship.
Absolutely. It allows you to develop a strong sense of self and what you're looking for in a partner.
Let's recap some key takeaways from our conversation today.
Yeah. First, we learned that being single can be a fantastic time for independence and personal growth.
Exactly. Our guests, David and Emily, highlighted how they use their singlehood to explore new hobbies and travel.
And Michael discussed the importance of focusing on self-improvement while being open to finding a partner.
We also heard from couples, Sarah and Daniel, who emphasized the value of being single before entering a relationship.
They believe it allows you to be more confident and clear about what you want in a partner.
Remember, there's no right or wrong way to experience being single. Whether you're content being single, actively looking for a partner, or somewhere in between, it's all perfectly valid.
Most importantly, focus on what makes you happy and fulfilled.
Exactly. So, embrace your singlehood or enjoy the company of your partner. The most important thing is to live life to the fullest.
We hope you enjoyed this episode on Single and Fabulous with all our amazing guests.
Absolutely. Remember, Fluent English with Podcast is here to help you learn and improve your English in a fun and engaging way.
Join us next time for another interesting topic and conversation practice.